Yuji Itadori is a bland character who lacks depth, no different from any other shonen anime protagonist like Naruto or Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Season 1 follows the hero's journey storyline like many kids' movies, for example, the Lego Movie. The only difference is the writer Gege Akutami kills off characters for shock factor. But this is on purpose, and Gege uses this basic outline of his show to contrast with the true meaning of Yuji Itadori's character. Gege uses Yuji's own understanding of himself to depict the notion that you are special is false, but you can still rise to greatness. Not through luck or plot armor, but by understanding yourself and becoming the best version of you, no matter how average you may seem. To start, let me first explain what Gege does to set up Yuji as a bland character. Well, he gives him the plot of the Lego Movie, and if you don't believe me, listen to this. The main character, with lack of individuality, meets someone special. This is where Yuji meets Megami and Emmett meets Wild Style. They get seemingly permanently fused with an object that makes them special or unique. Emmett gets stuck with the piece of resistance, and Yuji eats Sukuna's finger. They have their own personal failures. Emmett gets a tracker stuck to his foot, bringing the bad guys straight to them. And Yuji gets his friend killed in Season 1. But by the end, they take down the big bad guy, fully integrating themselves in their special society. Emmett joins the Master Builders, and Yuji joins the Jujutsu Sorcerers. But Gege takes a turn, because in Season 2, he shows how Itadori isn't special. Before we dive into the Shibuya incident, let's first see how we've been foreshadowed to this lack of uniqueness earlier in the show. Well, for a main character, Gege doesn't give Itadori many groundbreaking arcs. Rather, he makes a whole book about Yuta, a special grade sorcerer. And then Gege gives a whole arc to Gojo, who's a fan favorite character. He stands out in every way, from design to power, and some say he's truly the MC. This all contrasts with Yuji. I mean, his whole ability is just punching. It's basic. There's no cool powers or special things he unlocks. His increase of strength is just punching harder or using more curse energy. But that's what Gege wants you to think. He wants you to believe that Itadori is not special in any way, because truly he's not. And Itadori learns this in the Shibuya incident with Sukuna. Some people compare Itadori to Naruto. The only difference is Naruto has Kurama in his control, unlike Sukuna, who can come out at will. The only safety from Sukuna that everyone in the Jujutsu Kaisen world has is that Gojo is nearby to take down Sukuna if needed, and Gege uses this. Once everyone's comfortable with the idea that's been set up, where Sukuna is under Gojo's control, Gojo gets sealed, and Sukuna comes out destroying everything and everyone. In this rampage that Sukuna goes on, Itadori witnesses from a first-person perspective. It makes him realize in that moment who he is. He's the one causing all the damage in his mind. It's his fault for ever wanting to live. Gojo gave him the ultimatum to either kill himself or try to collect all the fingers. And Itadori realizes that he's not special, and that there was no reason for him to ever think that he was going to be able to collect all 20 fingers and die happily. It's what drives his new mentality, to become a cog. Furthermore, when Itadori says, "I am you" to Mahito, it's because in that moment, he knows he's not special, and I think it's Mahito who needs to realize that. Itadori is purely focused on killing Mahito, winning a fight. He doesn't even think about defending his own body, or saving anyone else, because that's something a special character should do, and Yuji Itadori is not special. If you don't believe me, look at Gojo. When he was faced with a similar moment, he tries to open a domain for 0.2 of a second to save everyone's lives. Yuji, he does not do this. He knows who he is. He knows that he's not special enough to be able to do everything, so he will do anything that he can. And when Itadori is fighting Sukuna in the Shinjuku Showdown, his driven motivation and soul's presence is unshakable. When Sukuna fought with Gojo, there was respect and a sense of rivalry. They were found smiling, and this is because they both just wanted to fight. But Yuji doesn't share this sentiment. He's strictly going for Sukuna's head, and it actually wipes the smile off Sukuna's face. Itadori is leaving Sukuna's soul wavering while he's continuing to advance with an onslaught of attacks. And then Todo appears. And Todo is a character who represents Itadori's own self-understanding. They first meet at Jujutsu Tech, and this is important. This is when Yuji realizes that he's a Jujutsu sorcerer, and that he deserves to stand among them. But then they meet again, during the Shibuya incident, right when Itadori realizes that he's just a cog. It's because Todo seems to be there whenever Yuji realizes who he is in that moment. And in the moment right now, we are realizing that even though that Yuji isn't special, he is amazing. He is great. He has taken his bland and basic powers and used them to take down seemingly the strongest person in the world. Gege Akitami uses Jujutsu Kaisen to show us that you can be born special, but you cannot be born great. The Star Plasma Vessel and Satoru Gojo are both people who are born special, but it doesn't necessarily make them great, even if they turn out to be. There are characters like Maki and Toji and Itadori. These are characters who are seemingly dealt a bad hand, but in actuality, it's lacking that element of being special that makes them so amazing. Yuji is a character who is the representation of death. Gege said that the show either ends with Yuji dying or everyone dying. No matter what, it all surrounds Yuji. And that's because at the start of the show, we're told that Yuji's going to die. But Gege uses that to take your mind off the fact that everyone's going to die eventually. But it's even in the face of death that one person can choose to become great. Now, the video's over, but I would like to say one thing really quickly before you guys leave. And that is, if you did enjoy this video, please interact with it in some way, shape, or form. I'm a very small creator and anything will help. I would love to respond to your comments if you have anything you would like to talk about, but leaving a like or subscribing is also just an amazing help. Thank you guys so much for watching a rather short YouTube video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thank you.